Good morning, graduates, guests. I am honored to introduce the 2020 Waukesha West student speaker, Regan Carter, the daughter of Brian and Kate. Regan has been an exemplary student the past 4 years, earning a 4.1935 GPA, ranking 18th among her class, while balancing extensive involvement outside of the classroom. Regan has left her mark at Waukesha West High School while serving as co-president of the Student Council and as a member of the 2019 WSMA Honors Treble Choir. As a senior this year, she cemented herself as one of the most talented performers in the history of Waukesha West High School and the state of Wisconsin, as she became the first student ever to win the Outstanding Actor Award for a 4th straight year at the Wisconsin State One-Act Contest. So it is quite fitting that Regan plans to attend the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, majoring in theater arts and communication. If you were to ask others in the building what comes to mind when you hear the name Regan Carter, praises ring about her work ethic, and that despite all of her remarkable accomplishments, she remains driven to succeed, grounded, and kind to everyone she meets. Well, Regan, it is my privilege to welcome you to a Waukesha West High School stage one final time. Please join me in welcoming Regan Carter.
Thank you, Mr. Lemieux. On behalf of the class of 2020, I would like to thank the parents and loved ones present today for their support in our academic journey to this field today and beyond. We would also like to thank the West faculty and administration for their endless dedication to our success. And to my boss. You know, a lot of these speeches start with something like, "Guys, we made it to graduation. I can't believe it." Well, not to be biased, but I think we win that competition. There really was a point where we didn't think we'd get here. The road was already rough leading up to high school. Born within a year of September 11, 2001, one of our nation's greatest tragedies, we experienced childhood during what would be the first of 2 economic recessions to occur in our lives so far. Military conflicts abroad posed fearful threats on the news every night, and our parents wondered at how our lives would shape up. But there were so many good things too. We watched the whiteboards in our elementary school classrooms become smartboards in middle school. We witnessed the election of America's first African-American president, and we decided as a nation that love is love. And that was all before we set foot west. Freshman year, we hit all of our first milestones, our first homecoming, first finals week. Eventually, we stopped getting lost in the W shape of the building and figured out who to sit by during lunch. And all the while, we heard it only gets better from here. Or so we were told. Sophomore year, we took a pre-ACT, as if the real ACT wasn't nearly hard enough. We learned to drive and heard all the jokes about staying off the road once we got our licenses. The future was open before us, full of possibility and adventure. The world is your oyster. Or so we were told. Junior year came, and with it an enormous increase in responsibility. We experienced more difficult classes. Some of us took on first or second jobs. We attended prom for the first time and marveled at just how far we had come in such a short amount of time. The class of 2019 assured us that senior year will be a breeze. Or so we were told. Last September, we walked into our senior year expecting it to be full of laughs, and some of those we got. our last first day of school, our last homecoming, our last football game, now with seats in the front row of the student section. And then on a seemingly random Friday in March, our last ran out. No final seasons of spring sports, no concerts celebrating the accomplishments of the seniors. We said things like, I'll see you in a few weeks, and then see you in May, and then maybe I'll see you at graduation. And all the while, as first responders and medical workers across the nation received well-deserved praise for their sacrifices, the world looked at us with pity for the things we have lost. You're the class of 2020, poor you. Or so we were told. Well, as one who has walked the same path you have, I am here to tell you something different. The world we had in March is not just changing, it's resetting. As we step into adulthood, the actions we take from here on out determine what the future will look like. And this fact should not discourage us from taking risks or looking fear in the eye. No, on the contrary, the bravery with which we faced our first dances, our driver's tests, and a global pandemic should not die. That spirit and that fire should guide us as we address the world's problems, from health to government to the racial inequality in our own communities. Some of us will take our first steps into the military, defending our beautiful nation. Some are destined for college, continuing our journey for knowledge, and others to the workforce to start shaping the world immediately. Wherever we go from here, society's problems are no longer simply for our parents to deal with or our teachers for them to tell us what to do next. We now are given the responsibility and the privilege of creating and enacting solutions. When those filled with fear and doubt look at us, they should say, "You're the class of 2020. You must be proud." And I am proud to be numbered among all of you. As we move on from this field, may your spark never fade and your courage never die. Congratulations, class. We made it.